right, we're at TokenFest with
Sebastian.
with RCN.
Hey there.
So, Sebastian, what's RCN? Tell us about it.
RCN stands for Ripio Credit Network. It's a product of Ripio. Ripio is a Bitcoin wallet that I'm the CEO and co-founder. And we are based in South America, and we have over 200,000 users across Argentina, Brazil, and Mexico. We have been in business for 5 years.
Wow.
On a very old
For a blockchain company.
For a blockchain company, it's a very old company.
Yes.
Backed by very good investors like Team Draper, Pantera Capital, DCG. And RCN is our first smart contract product. We come from a region where more than 65% of the population is unbanked or doesn't have access to financial services. Getting credit is very difficult and very expensive. And this technology can have a real big impact into people's lives, into access to financing, which can be can really impact economies. So basically, RCN is a peer-to-peer credit network that any wallet or exchange can integrate. We're the first one that are integrating it, as we are believers on the system and builders of it. And basically, a user can go into the wallet and do a request for a loan. And there, in that request is a smart contract that's kind of like a template.
Yeah.
Like what would be before, like a credit contract that gets represented as a smart contract. And that is adding information that is will be a standard, like an identity verification or claim of identity, score, and then we also add some other things to make it secure on the blockchain. One of the things is a cosigner, which is someone that is guaranteeing the loan in case of default. Imagine that this is a global network. We are already seeing investors or lenders that are funding loans from Asia to users or borrowers in South America, like in Argentina. And if someone defaults in a different jurisdiction, it will be very difficult to do collection or try to enforce that payment. So by having a cosigner, these are local entities that have collection mechanisms and that can reach out and enforce the collection. So in case of a default, in these models it's very important to make it completely global. We are live already. We have been building the project and it has been active since October in a closed beta. But 2 weeks ago, we opened it up to all our users, and more users are familiarizing with it and starting to request loans. Like today, I think there are more than 20. There are 20 requests in the network for people looking for funds. There are more than 63 that are active right now that are running, and is already becoming one of the most active smart contracts in the network. And this is something that is very impactful, and I think is one of the very best applications of blockchain into something that can really give something very meaningful to users and to real people, besides the speculation and all the more sci-fi projects that are out there. We are also starting to do other models of credit. We're about to launch an integration with Decentraland that will allow to finance parcels of land inside of the Decentraland world.
Oh wow!
And while it's a game, and basically it's like doing a mortgage where you
Yeah.
buy a parcel of land that is a lot more cheaper than a piece of property,
Right.
of real property.
Yeah.
But it's also a very good experiment for us. Like the ones that are real property registered on blockchains, the smart contracts that we are developing are not far from what we are doing in this virtual world. So for us, it's a very interesting learning experience into how to start coding for credit contracts that have a collateral that can be enforced automatically. So this brings a new model besides the co-signed one, another one that takes non-fungible token as a collateral.
Okay.
And yeah, we're very excited about all that's happening in the space, and we think that as a broader company, our mission is to give people access into everything that is being built on this ecosystem, and to be that portal into this universe, and to build tools that have a way to democratize access into finance and access to being able to pay online, to transact with other people in the world, to do remittances, to be able to to get credit, and that they can really transform the entire economies in the world.
Nice. So you mentioned you're based in South America, but
yes, we
are you also live, or you have users? Are you allowed to work in the US?
So it works this way. Right now, the loans are originated from the users of our wallet, and we have entities and operations in Argentina, Brazil, and Mexico, where we have local partnerships with banks, and the loans are not denominated in crypto; they are denominated in local currency.
Right.
So because people make their living in local currency.
Exactly.
We do the exchange, so that when a lender pays in crypto, we convert that into fiat, then the borrower then will pay back in fiat, and then we convert back into crypto. So the entire network runs in crypto, but the users can access to credit in fiat currencies. The US is a very tough country in regulation-wise, and peer-to-peer lending is very regulated and requires licensing.
Right.
So to be able to lend, you have to go into an app that lists all the loans where you can fund them. And as we don't have a partner or licensing in the US, right now that is restricted, and you cannot use, you can open the app, is HTTPS RCN.loans, and if you go there, you will see all the loans that are listed today, and you can see the activity. But if you're coming from the US, you're not going to be able to do the lending.
Okay. So I can't I can't lend, and I cannot borrow. Basically, I can't use a platform.
No.
Right.
If you are in the US, no.
Okay. Do you have plans of opening it up for the US? Do you have
so this is an open network, and we're looking for partners to join. So if we find a partner of anyone in the US that have licensing, wants to start operating in the network from the US, that will be feasible.
Okay. So your borrowers are currently mostly from
South America,
and where are your lenders from?
Most of them are in Asia.
Is it right?
Yeah. Most of them are from South Korea and countries in Asia.
Okay. All right. What else would you like to tell us about RCN?
So we're building a lot of tools that are going to be enabling all sorts of credit. I think if you want to get in touch with the project, you can go into our Telegram, which is RCN chat, and you can also see our GitHub. This is a completely open source project, so you can see all the activity, all the smart contracts. If you're a developer, you can join and start participating and see the SDKs or integrate it into your own dApp. If you have another project that you want to add credit into it and have the financing, and just join and see what all is out there.
All right, cool. Thanks, Sebastian. That was Sebastian from RCN.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or anywhere, I'm sserrano44.
Okay.
And Ripio is usually Ripio app, and you can find us everywhere with that two aliases.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks,
Thank you.
Sebastian.
Bye.
Bye.